Starting MS Excel 2013. Let's learn about Starting Excel 2013, parts of the Excel 2013 window, data types, creating a new workbook, saving a workbook, selecting cells, row, column. Starting Excel 2013. The steps to start Excel 2013 are: select Start, All Programs, Microsoft Office 2013, Excel 2013. The Excel Start screen appears. Select Blank Workbook. A blank Excel worksheet will appear. A worksheet is a page containing a grid of cells made up of rows and columns. Parts of the Excel 2013 window. The parts of the Excel 2013 window are: Active Workbook. Excel files are called workbooks. Each workbook holds one or more worksheets. An active workbook accepts entries and commands. Worksheet tabs. A workbook in Excel 2013 by default shows only one worksheet and its tab is by default named Sheet 1. You can select the plus sign, New Sheet icon next to it to add more worksheets. You can use the arrow buttons on the left to move between the worksheets. Understanding cells. Every worksheet is made up of thousands of rectangles which are called cells. A cell is the intersection of a row and a column. Columns are identified by letters A, B, C, while rows are identified by numbers 1, 2, 3. Each cell has its own name or cell address based on its column and row. In this example, the selected cell intersects column C and row 5, so the cell address is C5. The cell address will also appear in the name box. Note: a cell's column and a row headings are highlighted when the cell is selected. You can also select multiple cells at the same time. A group of cells is known as a cell range. Rather than a single cell address, you will refer to a cell range using the cell addresses for the first and last cells in the cell range separated by a colon. For example, a cell range that includes cells A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5 would be written as A1 colon A5. In the images below, two different cell ranges are selected. Cell range A1 colon A8, cell range A1 colon B8. If the columns in your spreadsheet are labeled with numbers instead of letters, you will need to change the default reference style for Excel. Data types. You can enter three types of data in an Excel worksheet: numbers, text, formulae. Entering data. To enter text in Microsoft Excel, select the cell into which you wish to enter text by clicking on it. Begin typing. Note that in addition to showing up in the cell, the text you are typing also shows up in the formula bar. If you are entering a lot of text, it is sometimes easier to type directly into the formula bar. To do this, simply select the cell by clicking on it and then click in the formula bar and begin typing. Two small buttons appear to the left of the formula bar as soon as you start typing in a cell. The cross button is called the cancel button and can be used to cancel the data entry without pressing delete. The button is called the enter button. Clicking this button is equivalent to pressing enter. Creating a new workbook. By default, a workbook opens only one worksheet and it can contain a maximum of 255 worksheets. To create a new workbook, follow these steps. Click File, New. Under New, click the blank workbook. A new blank workbook will appear. Saving a workbook. The steps to save a workbook are: click the File tab. In the menu that opens, click Save if you want to save the workbook with an existing workbook with a new name. Then Save As pane appears. To save the file on your computer, select Computer and then click Browse. The Save As dialog box will appear. Select the location and then type a file name. Click on the Save button. The workbook will be saved with the extension .xlsx. Selecting cells. Some operations, for example, to make the text bold, coloring text, copy-paste cell data, etc. may need to be performed on a range of cells. To select a cell, to input or edit cell content, you will first need to select the cell. Click a cell to select it. A border will appear around the selected cell and the column heading and row heading will be highlighted. The cell will remain selected until you click another cell in the worksheet. You can also select using the arrow keys on your keyboard. To select cell range, click on a cell in one of the corners of the range of cells you wish to select. Hold the left mouse button down and drag horizontally and vertically until the range you wish to select is highlighted. Release the click. You can select all the cells in a row by clicking on the number to the left of the row. You can select all the cells in a column by clicking on the letter at the top of the column. Any formatting changes you make will be applied to all highlighted cells. Using the mouse, to select a range of cells using the mouse, do the following. Click the cell you wish to start your selection from. Now, holding the left mouse button, drag the mouse pointer, a thick plus sign will appear to the diagonally opposite corner cell. For example, if the range A4 to C8 is to be selected, place the mouse pointer at cell A4. Hold the left mouse button and drag it diagonally to the cell C8. The range A4 to C8 is represented as A4 colon C8. When you select a range, all the cells appear highlighted except the active cell. Using the Go To command, on the Home tab in the Editing group, click Find and Select and then click Go To. You can also press Ctrl+G. In the Go To list, click the name of the cell or range that you want to select or type the cell reference in the reference box. For example, in the reference box type B3 to select that cell or type B1 colon B3 to select a range of 3 cells. You can select multiple cells or ranges by entering them in the reference box separated by commas. Note, in the Go To list, you can view all the named or unnamed cells or ranges that you previously selected by using the Go To command. To return to a previous selection, double-click the name of the cell reference in the Go To list. Note, to quickly find and select all cells that contain specific types of data, such as formulas, or only cells that meet a specific criteria, such as visible cells only, or the last cell on the worksheet that contains data or formatting. Click Special in the Go To dialog box and then click the option that you want in the Go To Special dialog box. Selecting multiple ranges simultaneously. To select multiple ranges, do the following. Select the first range of cells, hold the Ctrl key and select another range of cells. Repeat step 2 to select more ranges if required. Selecting complete row or column. To select a complete row, click the row heading. To select a complete column, click the column heading. Selecting the entire worksheet. To select the entire worksheet, click the blank button, called the Select All button, at the insertion of the row and column headers. Row. Inserting a new row. Select the cell below where you wish to insert the new row. Right-click and select Insert from the pop-up menu. When the Insert window appears, click on the entire row selection and click on the OK button. A new row should now be inserted above your current position in the sheet. Deleting a row. Select the cell in the row that you wish to delete. Right-click and select Delete from the pop-up menu. When the Delete window appears, click on the entire row selection and click on the OK button. The row should now be deleted. Column. Inserting a new column. Select a cell to the right of where you wish to insert the new column. Right-click and select Insert from the pop-up menu. When the Insert window appears, click on the entire column selection and click on the OK button. A new column should now be inserted to the left of your current position in the sheet. Deleting a column. Select the cell in the column that you wish to delete. Right-click and select Delete from the pop-up menu. When the Delete window appears, click on the entire column selection and click on the OK button. The column should now be deleted.